97.1 The River, Atlanta's classic hits, The Police right there and Roxanne. It's Clapper here with the guys from Foreigner. Before you guys play a song, I did have one question. You know, one of the things I think is quite interesting for bands that have had the longevity that you all have is that, you know, when people come to the shows, they expect the Hot Bloodeds, the Cold as Ice, the Dirty White Boys, and all those songs. But then you guys are still putting out new music, and you're still putting out new albums, and obviously people are buying them. They're not buying them like they did Foreigner 4 back in the day. But when you play one of those songs, which mean a lot to you guys because you all write them together, and they get up to use the bathroom, does that just drive you crazy, or is that something?
What happens, actually.
Yeah, we haven't had that.
We've been very lucky.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just know that it happens with a lot of people. You know, Tom Petty puts a new record out, and that's a bathroom break in the show.
Yeah, it does happen to a lot of people, but we've been very lucky. Our fans are very, very considerate, and they listen. And
the new song is kick-ass.
Yeah, it does help.
I mean, people just hear and they go, "Wow, that's the Foreigner sound," you know.
Right. You know, we are lucky, and it is difficult because there are so many hits from this band that you can't fit them all in one set, and then trying to decide that we're going to incorporate some new material means that something is going to have to go out.
Right.
And so that's always a tough thing. But I think Foreigner fans are really smart people and really open-minded people, and they allow the band to speak that way. You can't just you know, even though we are married to it, it's
and we don't overdo the new music. We do enough to give you a taste, but you know, we know what we got to play, and we're way up for the task.
Now, I find it interesting. I saw the Eagles last week, and it's cool to see the Eagles because there's so many different dynamics with that band. And obviously, they do a set with Joe Walsh. They do the Glenn Frey songs. They do the Don Henley songs. You ever kind of shake that up when it comes to Foreigner and do it?
We don't do any Glenn Frey songs.
No, not one Joe Walsh song. I mean, because you all been in other bands before. Is that ever something that's come up in discussion?
There's
like,
so many Foreigner songs.
Yeah, you can't. There's just not enough time.
Right. Plus, this is Foreigner, and we have stopped what we were doing in other bands and joined Foreigner, and this is the band that we're in. This is the current incarnation of this group, and so that's what it's all about.
Right.
We mess around. Sometimes when we do acoustic, we've done acoustic shows where we'll do cover songs that are relatable to us, like we would do an Elvis tune because it relates to mixed influences, and we'll do a Beatles song because that was so meaningful to all of us. Right. But in general, for the electric shows, it's a Foreigner show, so.
Yeah, and that's what people can expect.
And we like it that way.
Yeah.
One more question before we get into a live performance. Obviously, I was watching this weekend the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and a lot of news going on around the whole Guns N' Roses thing and Axl Rose, you know, not being a part of the band and not showing up. Now, Foreigner's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet. Now, when that happens,
won't show.
I'm sorry? You won't show up, Jeff? What will that look like for you guys? I mean, obviously it's going to happen, right? You believe that it'll happen.
You know, I just don't know, and I personally, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that situation until it's actually a reality. I do think it was quite something, and I was talking to the guys, and I just felt that it wasn't the right thing to do not to be there for Guns N' Roses, to be with the guys that helped you become who you are.
Right.
Was I don't think in the best taste, but you know, what can you expect? That's not out of the norm.
Not out of character for Axl Rose.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you guys are going to jam a song for me, and then we're going to come back, and then I want to hear what your 5 favorites are, because we're going to do 5 favorites from at 5 o'clock, and I got to have 5 songs from you guys so we can play those at 5. But when you play, it might be one of those songs. What song are you guys going to play for us today?
We're going to do a little Double Vision.
All right, rock on.
1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling down and dirty, feeling kind of mean. I've been from one to another extreme. Time I had a good time, ain't got time to wait. I wanna stick around till I can't see straight. Fill my eyes with that double vision. No disguise for that double vision. Ooh, when it gets through to me, it's always new to me. My double vision gets the best of me. Yeah.
vision. Ooh, when it gets through to me, it's always new to me. My double vision always seems to get the best of me. The best of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, double vision. I need double vision, yeah. Ooh, it takes me out of my head, taking me out of my head. I need that double vision. Oh.
Nice, very nice. I'll tell you one thing that gets lost in modern music is harmonies. You guys definitely got them.
Well, you know, or you know what I notice is parts and arrangements.
Yeah.
All are something that's just been watered down, and that's one of the great things about playing these tunes is that they're so full of musicality, and there's thought into it, and not just a bunch of bar chords, and not just a first chorus repeat, and I think that's it's in a lot of stuff now, but because there's such a glut of mediocre stuff, it's hard to find it now.
Well, that's why 40 years later, Foreigner's still relevant.
I
Exactly.
think you're right.
And these songs mean something to a lot of people.
You know, my 6-year-old son's favorite song right now is Cold as Ice.
Yeah.
He just sings it like crazy. You know, I think that's pretty cool.
Tell he's a badass.
He is. You know, he said he said to me the other day, he goes, you know what, Daddy? Nobody knows who the Rolling Stones are at school. And I said, well, that's a shame. That is a shame. Are you going to teach him? And he's in kindergarten, you know. But
Wow.
you know, when you grow up around rock and roll, you become a rock and
Yeah,
roller.
my daughter loves Juice Box Hero.
Juice Box
really
Hero.
does,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
They might not know the Stones, but they know Foreigner.
Right on, right on. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. August 31st with Night Ranger, Classic Chastain. Going to be a great night.
Big show.
A big show. It's always a ton of fun, and really, really appreciate you guys swinging by here on your way to Huntsville. Have a great time. in
Well,
Alabama.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask you off the mic here, and we're going to find out what your 5 favorites are, and then we're going to air that at 5 o'clock as well. So hang tight.